Hi. Hi. Hey. 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 Duke. 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 Do you want to get some birds? Do you want to go get some birds? What do you think? What do you think about birds? What do you think about birds?
Yeah.
Come on. What do you think? Sit.
I can eat some bugs.
Yeah. All right. So, in case you haven't guessed, I'll be taking my older lab Duke pheasant hunting this morning. We're going to go out on some public land. My buddy Evan, who you saw in the South Dakota video, and we're going to run his two dogs and Duke, see if we can't pick up a couple of Wisconsin public land pheasants this morning. So stay tuned. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I know there's some snow still on the ground. That'll help because that snow will help hold some scent. We'll just have to see. So, yeah. Alright, got some good news, got some bad news. Bad news is after we went pheasant hunting, we did not shoot anything. But after we went pheasant hunting, I made some crispy skin roasted pheasants in the oven. The videos didn't save to my computer, so I have no way to attach them to the pheasant hunting, which is just going to be dogs running in the snow to some music. You've already seen that. And now you're at the second part of the video. The good news is that I do have another recipe to make to show you guys. And this is a creamy chicken and wild rice soup recipe, and I use pheasant meat instead. This is probably the best soup I make. Anyone who eats it says that, holy crap, that was awesome. It's their favorite thing. So I'm gonna make this for you guys today, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you make it as well. And if you do, leave me a comment down below. Alright, so step 1, in a large pot, add 4 cups of stock and 2 cups of water, and it says 2 cooked boneless chicken breast halves. So I'm gonna boil some chicken here real quick. Okay, so we got our chicken boiled. So the next step is to add 4 cups of chicken broth. This is a 32-ounce box of broth, so we're just gonna put that in there, whole thing. And 2 cups of water, so we'll get those, and our chicken. So we're going to shred that up, and we're going to get all that put back in the pot. So here is our broth going in. Okay. And then we'll get 2 cups of water. So there's 1. Here's 2. All right. Now we're going to get this all shredded up. So to shred, just use 2 forks. So the recipe calls for 2 chicken breast halves shredded. You can see that I have a ton more than that. It's because I like really meaty soup. I don't like brothy soup, I like meaty soup. So this is going to be pretty meaty soup. So you get the idea. I'm just trying to get this broken up. And I'm going to add this. So one trick, right? If you've got a big chunk that doesn't want to like shred, like this chunk right here, one thing you can do is hold it this way and use the tinier forks and drag it through, and that'll shred the whole thing for you really nice. So if you're having trouble shredding, try shredding with the grain of the meat, not against it. When I make this with pheasant, I not only use all the breast meat, but I use the thigh meat too, because I think the thigh meat on pheasants adds a really nice component to this soup.
So this is our soup in the pot. We're going to let this come up to just a boil. Then we'll stir our rice into this. And while we're waiting for this to come up, we're going to make our roux. And so for the roux, we need a half a cup of butter, flour, salt, and pepper. Three-quarter cup. Calls for a very, very mild amount of salt and pepper. So what I'm going to do is just salt this. And pepper that. For those of you who are bad at measurements like I am, a half a cup of butter is one stick. So we're going to get this melted down, and then we'll add in the flour. Okay, so we're now ready to start making our roux. And to do that, we're going to mix in our flour a little bit at a time and whisk. It's really important to keep this moving around a little bit because otherwise it'll solidify on you. You don't want that. And what this is gonna basically help thicken up our soup. It's gonna give it a ton of flavor. It's gonna be the thing that gives us that super creamy color as well. So now we got our flour added in with our butter. So next step, we'll start adding our heavy cream. This is 1 pint or 2 cups. That's how much the recipe calls for. So you're just going to add this in a little bit at a time. Stir. Sometimes it's a lot more helpful to use 2 hands. Stir this to combine. And see how much chicken there is in there compared to the rice? That's how I like my soup. Get our lid back on. We're gonna get our heat cranked way down. Okay. Cover and remove from heat. Mix the cream, stir cream, mixture into broth and rice. Cook over medium heat 10 to 15 minutes. So this is nice and thick. And we're actually going to pull this off. This over to the medium heat. Turn it off. That opened up. There's my timer for 5 minutes on this. Pour this in here. We want to get all that stuff off the bottom too. Don't forget about that. You can kind of swish some of that around in there to loosen that up. And my kids have requested biscuits with this tonight. So I'm going to make up a batch of Bisquick biscuits. Wow, say that 10 times fast, eh? Nope, not off. Medium high. Turn it to 6. Got it covered up.
There you have it. That is how I make my creamy pheasant and wild rice soup. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and if you make this recipe, leave a comment below.